Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Mo here. Sorry, fixing my face. I literally just woke up like 5 minutes ago. I got up, I threw water on my face, you know, fixed my mouth a little bit. But I just woke up and I had the craziest dream ever. Literally, craziest dream. I tend to have like vivid dreams, but talk about the dream a little bit. So let me tell you a backstory. I had court this morning. I was in court all day, child support court, and I literally sat there all day because my kid's dad ended up getting the continuance or whatever because he was up for review and I was going for a review, whatever. That's backstory. Anyways, and I just stopped talking to a guy about to say broke up. We weren't ever together, and I'm not delusional. That's the problem. I'm not delusional, but we weren't ever together. However, I wanted more. I wanted a title, and he wasn't willing to give it to me. So I was like, well, okay, I'm not going to continue to have relations with you if this isn't something that you see yourself being in the future. And it wasn't that he didn't see it. It was just that he wasn't ready, or maybe he would never been ready. Maybe he already had someone in mind. I don't know. Like, it's pointless now. Anywho, so in this dream, he invites me, the guy that I was seeing invites me to a party. It's his party. It's like in an apartment complex or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Even though I had already had a bad experience at a party in real life that he had for his birthday. And that's the story from the other time. But so he invites me and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go, whatever. And I'm there and I'm fly shit and he sees me. He's like, damn, like she looks really good or whatever. And he's looking really good. All his friends are there. And next thing you know, somehow, some way he disappears. Like, not disappears as in just poof gone, but I can't find him anymore. So the entire party, I'm looking for him. But as I'm looking for him, is so many different guys popping up. I mean, just fine as dudes. Do you hear me? Like, I'm talking about the cream de la cream. I mean, dreads if you wanted dreads. Shortcut with the waves. One dude, his waves was so sick. I was like, yo, this nigga is fire. Like, what in the world? And they were like really into me. Well, what I mean by into me. They was very attracted to me. And I remember being like, damn, like, these guys are fine, like, but where do that? Like, in the back of my mind, he was there. Where's he? I see all this and I'm like, oh, it's so nice to be wanted so bad by so many different options, but where is he? You know what I mean? And it kind of started to bother me. But as time went on and I'm drinking, I'm partying, I'm like super high off weed. I am like super, super, super high. And I'm dancing. I mean, everybody's partying. So how it was kind of like it was an apartment complex, but it was also like a house. So how it was is like you go to different parts and it's like different people and like doing different things in different sides of the house or the apartment complex or whatever. And in one of those complexes where you had to go in the inside, like you couldn't access any of the apartments from the outside. Like you had to go in the building. And it was really weird, like, because it got to a point where I don't know how, but I just got really jacked up, like, in the sense of we was partying. I don't know what song was just playing in my head, but it was fire, and I never heard it before. But that song was fire, and we was in there jamming, and we was having a good time. It was a guy, he walked up on me, he seen me, he had like the little short dress, whatever, and he kind of took his arm and put it around my waist, and he was like bouncing, and we were dancing, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I got everybody hyped because they are enjoying me, and it's like all these guys and these girls around, and everybody's just vibing, man. It was so lit. It was so lit. And at this point, we're like in the hall or the lobby of the apartment complex. And there's a girl. This is a tall, light-skinned chick. She was really pretty. She was thin. And she came up to me and she was like really trying to seduce me or whatever. And I'm like, what the, like, and no shade to the alphabet community. Like, I couldn't even get it out. I'm sorry, but no shade, but no, thank you. But anyway, and she's like coming on to me and she's like, yeah, trying to seduce me and lure me or whatever. And she gets me into this closet. And in this closet, like this really, really bright light is like right over us. And I'm like, just kind of like standing there like this. But in the same sense, right before we go in, I see dude show up. And he shows up and he sees me and he's looking at me and he's like kind of disappointed because the girl was right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I'm not doing anything. But mind you, he had like an entourage of bitches behind him. Literally, an entourage. So I'm like, why are you mad at me? And you got whatever. You just got back. I've been looking for you. And next thing you know, sis just pulls me away and she puts me in his closet. And I'm in the closet looking crazy as hell because she's standing in front of me trying to seduce me. And I'm just not into it. And I'm like, no, whatever. I'll leave out. And when I leave out, another guy grabs my hands and we're walking around and we're chilling and vibing and smoking and drinking or whatever. And I go back and I go looking for a dude again and I don't find him this time. I get a glimpse of him and for some reason a mom and a child appears. I still don't know if it was a little boy or a little girl, but a mom and a child appears and I'm following them. And I'm thinking, oh, well, they know where he is. So let me go this way. So I'm following them and somehow I lose them. Now, mind you, it's like, look like like we're under the apartment complex now, as if the apartment sat on top and there was like just this breezeway or something underneath. And it looks like a subway and it was yellow. And now I have on like this really big shirt and some really nice socks. I have no idea how I got into that, but I'm like skating, but I'm skating with the socks because the floors are so slick. They were so smooth or whatever. So I'm like skating with the socks on and I'm just like coasting, like going like just really just coasting. And I was like, you know what? I can't find him. I'm going back to the party. Forget it. I'm going back to the party. I'm about to go have a good time. And I go back and I'm sliding again. I slid all the way back to the party. I get back to the party and it's still a party. It's still happening. And everybody is still happy to see me. Like, oh, what's up? Mo's back or whatever. And I'm like, well, damn. So I tried to stay in the dream. I don't know if you know about controlling your dreams or about, I guess just controlling your dreams, but I was really trying to stay in it because I really wanted to see what else was going to happen. I did not like how it felt when the girl was trying to seduce me in the closet. I felt like that was a lot of temptation that, maybe I had been faced with or something that I needed to work on or something. Maybe it was that. And then again, I was just a little bit stressed earlier today about work and, finances and things like that because of my kid's dad. So I don't know if that was hinting at something. I do know sometimes people can try to control your dreams or try to use you or hurt you in your dreams or try to even put a spell on you in your dreams. And I know that it's gotten to a point where I kept hearing, oh, you can control your dreams. Oh, you can control what you do or what you say or how your dreams go. And I'm like, really? And I was like, well, I'm going to try to start doing it. And that's what I did. Like, I fought off this girl in my dream trying to seduce me. I don't really know what the meaning of the dream is. I mean, all I can say is if I had to interpret it myself, it was more of I wanted this guy, I didn't get him, and I waited so long for this guy to try to even get me in a relationship, and he never did. And I had all these other guys that was so interested in me that I didn't even pay attention to because I was so into this guy. You know what I mean? And maybe I lost out, maybe I didn't. I feel like in time, I do believe that spirit works in a way where they're always looking out for your best interest and they're always protecting you. So I wouldn't ever say that I regret spending as much time as I did dealing with dude, because I learned a lot, I healed a lot, and now I really do feel like I got a type of confidence that I did not have before. And maybe that's also what it was saying, like, you know, with me skating through, like, you got it. Like, I don't know why you feel like you don't have it. And that's something that I really struggled with for a really long time in my life, is understanding that I am that bitch. And I never really got it until I started dealing with a guy who was so freaking full of himself to where I'm like, yo, like, you're so egotistical. And then I realized, like, well, damn, like, well, maybe I need some of that. Maybe if I had some of that, I wouldn't allow for certain things to happen in my life, and I wouldn't be in a position that I am in now, you know, in certain areas of my life. Because I grew up with a hard life, but I'm grateful for what I have gone through, because I feel like there are people out there who can't even make it on their own, who had a 2-parent households or didn't grow up in a broken home and things like that. And I don't believe in broken homes. Like, I don't even know why I even fucking said that. I don't believe in broken homes. But anyway, who's never suffered, who's never gone through a bad time. You know what I mean? They have their parents that they lean on to get them through bad times because they don't really know how to tough shit out by themselves. And imagine having a life where, or imagine being a person where you meet a guy who has never been, who you feel like has never been through anything, and you have been through some of the worst of the worst. And I'm not going to say the worst of the worst. It was the worst of what I had to deal with. And you seeing them and you're looking at them like, damn, like, you've been really pacified. Like, a lot of the shit that he has, or that a lot of the shit that he was accumulated because his parents helped him. I didn't have that. Like, my mom is from like the deep country, and they didn't really understand credit. Like, they didn't need credit. Like, a lot of the times, like, my mom, yes, she worked most of her life, but my grandfather owned a farm. Like, they grew all their food, or literally they grew all their food, whether it was vegetables, whether it was cows, pigs, hogs. They had all of that. You know, I said pigs and hogs. But anyway, they had chickens, and my grandmother used to can or jar their vegetables. They did it all themselves. And seeing somebody come from a place where, yes, I was a little bit envious, I'm not going to lie, but it showed me a different side of life, and it showed me where I have come to, what level I feel like I have reached or elevated to, in a sense where now I can probably try to provide that type of life for my children, even though I don't want to ever pacify my children or have them in a place where they don't know how to fend for themselves when they do get older. And I do believe that my children are tough enough for it. And it's just, I'm not one of them parents that feel like, oh, your kids are so special. No, my kids are the shit. Okay. Like, I know it. I experience it, and I'm like, damn, like, I don't know kids like this. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with me and their dad, even though their dad is, you know, we'll talk about him a later date, but it is what it is. So I'm rambling. I know I'm talking really fast, and I'm sorry, but, yeah, that dream was crazy, and it got me thinking. And so I got up, and this is my second episode on my show, Mo Vivin, my channel. I think I said I was Mo. I'm sorry. I kind of like really jumped in it. My bad. But Hopefully you enjoy my dream. Hopefully you take from it what you can take from it and use it to your advantage and see how something in it can help you and apply to your life. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. I will check them and I will try to respond back as quickly as possible. I'm not one of those, I try not to be one of those people that leave people hanging. I'm not really a flake. I don't think I ever really have been. Another story for another day. But thank you for listening. Thank you for being here again. Drop a like, comment, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you being here. Love and light.